Hello and welcome back to the Rawkode Academy. Today is Thursday, which means it is Clustered Day. We have teams from Adobe and Zapier who have broken two clusters with 48 hours notice and will attempt to fix them, or at least fix each other's, in 40 minutes or less. We'll see how they get on in just a minute. Before that, I do have some housekeeping and sponsors to say thank you to. So thank you to Teleport. I've been using Teleport on Clustered since almost the very beginning. It is a fantastic tool that allows me to share access to these clusters via GitHub single sign-on. Not only that, we use their wonderful web terminal editor so that we can all type in the same session. This makes pairing and debugging, especially broken clusters, a little bit easier, although I won't be as bold enough to say easy. So thank you to Teleport. If you want to learn more, go to rawkode.live/teleport. This supports the show, keeps the sponsor happy. It means that we can keep doing Clustered and giving away t-shirts, which we'll be doing in a minute. I also want to say thank you to Equinix Metal. They have provided the hardware for every single episode of Clustered. And these are not small machines. I'm not using VMs with virtual CPUs. I'm using big machines with 48 plus cores and a whole ton of RAM. Why? Because it just makes it a little bit more fun. So thank you to Equinix Metal. You can also check out Equinix Metal by using the code Rawkode. This will get you $200 US in credits. Learn more at rawkode.live/metal. So thank you, Equinix. We are also doing t-shirt giveaways. Thank you to our sponsors. So if you want to win a t-shirt today, go to rawkode.live/win. You can tweet or follow accounts. These will get you additional entries. I forgot to draw the winners last week, so we're going to do 2 winners from the last week's competition, and we'll do 2 winners from today's competition at the end of the episode. Don't let me forget, audience. This is on you now. That's not a very nice thing to say, actually, is it? Like, just blame the audience. All right, let's introduce our first team. Hello, how are you all doing?
Hey.
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I always have like this existential fear before Clustered, but then I settle into it and have a bit more fun. Are you sharing the fear with me a little bit here? I hope so.
Little bit.
All right. Well,
A little
Team
nervous.
All right, Team Zapier, can you please introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll have some fun with our clusters.
Yeah. So I'm John Anderson. I'm the engineering manager for the SRE team at Zapier. So I mostly create Jira tickets, but luckily Adam wrote a CLI in Rust for interacting with Jira. So I at least stay sharp in the terminal.
Hey, I'm Joe. I used to perform live in a Pink Floyd tribute band in front of hundreds of people, and somehow this is a little bit more nerve-wracking.
And hey, I'm Adam. I'm an SRE on the team, and apparently I'm famous for writing some CLI that I guess I use a little bit, but yeah, it's nice.
All right, thank you all for sharing. And I feel like I've just been told that I've been pronouncing Zapier wrong my entire life. So thank you for correcting me live in front of our audience, John. Anyway.
You will not be the first. That's probably the biggest probably have.
Well, now I don't even know
It
if it's
rhymes with
Zapier or
happier.
Zapier. Like, say it again.
It rhymes with happier.
Happier.
That's
Zapier.
how you remember. Yeah, Zapier, happier. Zapier
Happier
makes
was
you
Zapier.
happier. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for the introductions. We're all excited to see how you get on with this cluster. So I am going to share my screen, and we have 42 minutes. Those 2 minutes are used as bonus minutes for me to give you access to the cluster. So I'm going to come in and modify your role. You've not been able to see the other cluster, which I love about Teleport. And now you can. So I will open a session on our control plane. And this is going to be Adobe. Please feel free, well, don't feel free, please join the session and give me an echo or some command to let me know that you're in it, and then we'll get things kicked off for today. All right, we got 1.
I think John and I are sharing the same session and not in the same one as you guys are.
Yeah, please go to active sessions. Find this one, click the join button, and then we'll all be. That means the audience can see everything that we type, which we found to be quite important on Klustered. So.
It was just me then. I'm the only one that found the correct cluster.
All right, it looks like you're all in. So set up your kube config, set up any aliases that you need. Best of luck. We got a special script.
Got it. We're ready. We're ready to go.
Kube control, JQ, etcd, helm. Oh yeah, even setting up an alias. All right.
Yeah. So
although I think your tab completion may have failed.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So yeah, so what that did, if you look, we didn't trust Adobe, so we have our own kube control now. So let's check. Perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Okay,
so,
it's fine.
Yeah. We don't need you. You go away since you're not ready. That's interesting. I would have expected that to Cardone quickly.
So you're going to...
Can we check? Sorry, I was going to say, can we check the status of all the pods, like especially Cube system? Yeah.
Okay.
Emissary, that's okay. Yeah, that's
fine. So
that's fine.
We've got a lot of pending pods here. Yeah. All those terminating, we're not going to worry about those. Here. So let's see, where are those? So those are probably
all on the worker.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, those are on the workers. So okay. So let's see, get node. So we want to get rid of this, but that won't actually go away right now, right? So we're going to have to figure out why that won't drain. So
can we do something simple like no, I'm not sure. We should check API server logs for that one.
I'm going to take a look at the logs on the worker itself, see if anything interesting is going on there.
All right.
The API server is out. All right. Unable to authenticate request. Okay.
Service token is
Uh-oh.
The one thing we didn't want him to do.
Invalid bearer token. Service account token has been invalidated.
Yeah.
Well, we've not seen that before on Klustered.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to reissue that, right? Let's see.
Right.
I got a little jiggle problem. I can't see half the screen.
Try type and reset. Hopefully that'll kick it back.
Okay. All right. So how do you guys want to fix the fact that we don't actually... Oh, well, so it's actually not us. That's the admin. Yeah, so the Cube API server can't talk to stuff right now. Unable to authenticate the request invalid bearer token. So that means it's talking to etcd and it can't talk to it, right?
Oh, and there's also some sort of webhook. Check the admission.cluster.live. Yeah, I don't think there needs to be a admission webhook. That could be part of it as well. We should probably, if we can.
Oh yeah, let's see. We'll do get all. What do we got in here?
Yeah.
All right, here, I'll put it into less so that we can scroll. Let's see. I don't see an admission webhook in there.
Get all doesn't return
admission.
Yeah, that's...
yeah. Get...
All is not all, just to confuse you more.
Yeah, there we go.
Nope. And it's not mutating, it was admission. Yeah,
whoops.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
So
that one.
Yeah.
Straight in with the delete.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. We don't want you.
Someone spent time handcrafting that, validating admission webhook configuration, then we just deleted it without even looking.
Somebody.
Better not come back.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so now we need. So now we need to fix that bear token issue, right? Because we still have that.
Yes.
Or was that the hook that was giving us the problem?
Could have been. Double check the API server logs.
Okay, there you go.
If your screen is giving you a headache, just resize your window by a pixel. It does help.
All right, so we still got the
reset seems to help too. Yeah, and I'm assuming that's talking to etcd, right? So, but a bearer token, it shouldn't be using bearer. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, check.
What is that? Endpoint.
Check it was up.
Is that what it is? I forget. Health.
Health, yeah.
And then
I think endpoint health, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There's also an endpoint status, which might be useful depending on what you're trying to check.
All right.
That looks okay.
Yeah, so I think we're good there. That means it can authenticate. So what would it be using a bearer token for? Shouldn't be using a bearer token for anything.
Right. So, we should probably check the API server. There are other config files, yeah.
So which log was giving you the bearer token? Sorry.
The API server. So the API server is making a request.
Or is this a request coming to the API server?
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, it could be the worker. We know the worker's not.
Yeah.
Check. Yeah, we can check that because if like the rest of the control plane can access, that's fine. We also might get more information from the other control plane components.
Yeah.
All right, I will open a session on Adobe Worker 1. Feel free to join that if you want to do some debugging over there. Let's open now.
All right, so before I do that, so I've heard of this famous Rawkode scheduler.
I think infamous, probably more than famous, but yeah.
So that goes on the spec, right? So,
yep.
Oh, check at the bottom as well. One node had a taint unreachable, so that's probably the network.
Which one did?
The worker, I assume. It could be that the control plane is also unreachable, but that makes less sense.
Yeah. So we probably we need to remove the taint off the master anyways if we're going to do that, right?
Yeah, if we want anything to schedule there, if we can do that now, I would maybe get the network scheduling. Probably there's something else wrong with the network. Oh, the worker is configured wrong. When I did kubectl get pods, at least that was pointed to localhost 8080.
There is no authentication on the worker for you to be able to run kubectl, yeah.
Right, that makes sense. All right.
Okay, so I just untainted the master. So if you look now, so this is untainted now. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's still there. Oh, so yeah, I think we're going to have to fix that API server first because when I when I did that, that should have, the server doesn't have a node resource. Oh, whoops. That's my bad. That's why it didn't work. Okay. So that's untainted now.
Okay.
So we
I noticed
can't.
there's no. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
I know on the worker general control says there are no logs for kubelet, so that might be part of why it's not there too.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be running at all.
Yeah.
Or interested in
On the
running.
worker.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It says it's on a never poll policy as well.
Inactive tab.
Okay. So there we go.
Okay, kubelet is back on the worker.
Okay. So sorry, David. It sounds like we're split it up. I don't know what you're watching, but
I'm on the worker node right now looking at the journal control logs for the kubelet, which doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't, honestly. Better than I expected.
Yeah.
And
so
I see we
a
got
lot of
we
logs.
flip back to the master. Yeah, I cordoned the worker and drained it, and so now I'm moving everything to the control plane for now, at least.
The worker does say it's ready though.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Right.
just cordoned and kubelet shut down, right? It
Yeah.
kind of looks like maybe what happened there.
Are we still seeing tons of API server errors? Oh, error image never pulled.
Yeah, but that's fine. So
Yeah.
all right. So that should make a new one, right?
Hopefully. Delete the bug.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Well, there's the remove.
Out of this.
So it still says it has a
No, I
pull
still see
policy.
error.
Yeah.
Let's. So that means my save didn't actually work. Let's see.
That's annoying.
Oh, I have. Yeah. Yeah, because I have the all. Oh, let's see. Reset pull. Oh, I think I. Where is it? I think I edited the wrong thing. Nope, right there. Image.
Yeah, it should be there.
All right. So let's. Whoa. Sorry. All right. So let's see what this is actually doing in here. Yeah. It's not present within policy. Okay. So let's see.
There's a bunch of I'm back on the worker. There's a bunch of I checked the kubelet logs again. There's a bunch of logs that it's struggling to, I think, destroy network. So I'd assume it can't create networks either.
I'm not very good with crowd control. We're still on a Docker control plane. So is crowd control pull supposed to be what I'm doing?
CTR is the container D one, or there's.
You can do it with both commands, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should.
So that's the one that has it. But how do I pull?
Yeah.
I can get the list.
You were right.
It is
Control
pull.
Yep.
Okay. So that didn't seem like it was doing anything. Let's do phcr.io. All right, it's there, so it should be pulling.
And it appears to be GitHub, which is good.
Better than we could have hoped for. Let's see. V1.
So we did get we just got a lot of errors from on the worker, and yeah, they're what Adam said. It's a bunch of Cilium failure to run network stuffs. So I'm guessing Cilium is broken.
All right, so
yeah. Well, I think
On
those
the
pods are
worker
just
or
not starting.
Jira?
Yeah, look at. We got one pending on the worker. Yeah, that Cilium.
Oh, but on the worker, I don't care. I cordoned the worker for now, so we only care about the control plane right now.
Right.
So, yeah, so we have one that's there. That's fine. So what I'm thinking is there's some configuration that's preventing us from pulling that's not the deploy. Like the deploy is saying pull. So what else would be saying don't pull images?
So if you do a get deploy cluster -o YAML and grep for pull policy, it does say always.
Yeah. Oops, wrong cluster. Yeah.
It does indeed. Cool.
Yeah. So it updated, but then if you check here, oops, it's still erroring out there. And so if I delete that, it's going to make a new one. Oh, actually it does it. Yeah. So it does delete. Ooh.
Oh, it's creating. Oh,
No,
And then it does. There we go. Yeah.
All right.
And that's definitely
Check-
scheduled on the control plane.
Ooh, good call. Yep.
Interesting.
Oh, but Postgres never moved. Well, let's just.
That was bold.
Yeah, that was bold.
We'll remake it.
Could have started with the pod. Okay, we should restore that.
Yeah, I'll restart it. So, but like what I wanted to do is actually that.
Okay,
yeah, there we
so,
go.
That sounds fine. That sounds fine. Still
but it
terminating
never
that
went
pod.
away.
You probably want to gonna have to because it can't clean up the. It's
Oh, yeah.
trying to clean up the network, right? So it's not gonna do that. It's not gonna remove it until the network goes away, or the network is
Okay.
fixed. So I think we should probably figure out the network problem. We should check. We've got different probably config maps first.
All right. Do you want to drive it for a little bit?
Yeah.
The audience is wanting to see the container deconfig. They think something's going to be funny there.
Container deconfig. All right, that's worth checking. Git. What am I looking for?
You would just drop config dump from container D. It's like I think it's container D config dump or cry control config dump. I forget.
Container deconfig dump.
Wrong link.
Yeah.
There is no config.
Container deconfig dump doesn't show anything.
On the
It says that container d/config.toml doesn't exist.
On
So
which
it's
node?
just default, I guess. Control plane.
You're in your own session.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was letting you guys do your thing
so you
while I was just poking around stuff. Yeah. Let me join up.
All right. So if container D has no config, it's unlikely container D is responsible for the pull policy, which is makes it more interesting.
Yeah. In fact, if we, sorry, I'm just taking over a little bit, but if we do that, there's nothing interesting there at all. At least nothing that I see.
Interesting. So
But not in a good way.
What else? Yeah. What else controls image pull policies outside of the image itself, or outside the spec itself?
That's a good question.
Like maybe the kubelet? No, because it'd be all
Well,
container
yeah,
D.
Ooh,
kubelet is coordinating, so it would at least it might have logs. If we terminate the pod, get it to reschedule, and then check the recent kubelet logs, we might see more information about why it's choosing not to, possibly.
I find it
Let's
interesting that the status and the events show a never pull.
The status. Oh, so like if you did.
So you described the deploy. What if you described the pod itself? Does it have a pull policy? Did we check that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oops, sorry. Keep doing that. Oh, I'm lagging. Can someone type real quick? Put pod in there
I
for
got
me.
it. Oh, that's.
There you go.
I think we need
So,
to do a dash o YAML to
type
see
it
the
through
pull
last.
policy.
Oh.
Oh, that's right.
Dash I on the. Oh, you did the dash I before the thing.
Get pod, not describe pod.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Thank you.
Never.
Oh,
That's
so it's
interesting.
getting mutated. Yeah. But we
Got
got rid
Did
of. Oh,
we-
let's
did
check
we
that
check-
mutating. Go ahead.
Yeah, did we check all namespaces for mutating admission controllers? Or
I believe you
mutating-
did. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I remember a dash capital A on that, but it doesn't hurt to double check things. We're halfway through. 20 minutes left.
All right. So here, let's.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So it went away. What are the other ones? Validating.
Validating.
And that was actually what we had, was the validating.
Yeah, we removed the validating.
And we don't have like Carvero or anything in here. No.
That
So
would
how are
also
they
register a
mutating that
mutating webhook. So
Yeah,
it's unlikely
that's
to be Kyvernal.
All right. What else could be mutating our pod?
Controller manager would be responsible for creating it. Did we check the replica set? Is the replica set never?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. So I'm just going to edit the pod as well to see what happens.
It's
but-
immutable.
Yeah, replica sets are immutable. You can't
Yeah,
do
it's
that,
immutable.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Nice try,
Yeah.
though.
Well, here I will not be fooled.
I like that this is a multifaceted break because you've got something modifying the spec to never pull, and you're actually unable to do a cry control pull as well. So I think you can fix either one of these and you might be all right. But
right.
I'm definitely curious about both breaks.
So look at this. So ready. So let's just describe. Okay. So here, Adam, take over if you wanna like get the replica set YAML and look at what it's doing.
Do we already look at the...
There's the
look at that. It's
there.
forbidden. Yeah, we got some resources. Exceeded quota limits.
Yes.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Dash all. On you go.
Sledgehammer.
Get the spirit of things here.
All right. That was...
Check for limit ranges as well, just to be safe.
The obscure one that no one ever remembers, and there you go.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
Oh, yeah. There we
And
go.
gone.
All right.
All right.
You will have to delete that pod to kickstart the replica set switch over. That's a really cool effect. Like, because the resource quota was there, we thought we were getting a new pod, but we were actually getting an old pod for an old replica set. That was cool.
Yeah, that was clever. Yeah. That was, that's an effect you wouldn't expect. Yeah. Delete pod, yeah. Adobe.
Yeah.
Hopefully we were evil enough.
That I didn't expect.
We still have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 3 replica sets. Can we get rid of 2 of them so we can know which one we're modifying?
That's one way to do
We'll
it.
do it.
Good work.
Someone's enthusiastic with the band hammer.
Oh, are we going to get a container? We are. It's pulling an image.
Oh, it's pulling an image. Nice.
Oh, buddy.
We still need to fix the Postgres one too.
Running.
we got
Yeah.
that.
Well, okay, delete PostgreSQL. This is risky if it doesn't.
The pod. Or
Right.
So even though you reapplied the stateful set, Because it's a stateful
Yeah.
set, that Postgres 0 means it'll never spin up a new one, right? Even though it's an old stateful
Yeah,
set.
so we had to force it. Yeah, like graceful, whatever.
Yeah, because it does the
I'll add the
ordered
graceful rule.
rollout
I just
thing.
I want to check for what did I type wrong? Postgres.
Is it PostgreSQL?
Oh, did it
Materials,
actually
right?
delete? Oh, it might have deleted. I didn't check afterwards. Yeah, it's gone. Okay.
There you go. Describe that. Forbidden. We got more. All right.
It's the same. It just needs.
Yeah.
Any change will do. Yeah. I'll just add an annotation. Wait, no, I need to add it on the pod, right? Oh, okay. Well, this is easy. Okay.
Great pod. Yep. Boom. All right. Nope. Still a 0.
Oh yeah, because I think you.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Curl localhost 30,000. Let's see what it's doing now. Check for network policies. You, Adobe.
As with everything else.
Look, what's the point in knowing all the things if you don't use all the things?
Eventually, we're going to have an episode where someone brings a script that just deletes all webhooks, all network policies.
Okay.
Oh, get the service. Check what endpoints we have.
Oh, I should have filtered. It's API server.
Well, just,
okay, I'm going to filter that.
Yeah.
What do we got? We've got those.
Check the endpoints too.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, that looks good. So do get EP. Let's see what EPs we have.
Right. Got the right one. It looks like that's node name control plane. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's no, yeah, that looks right.
Yeah, I tried it from a browser, and I don't think we're getting them.
Yeah. Here, 1 second. Get power.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
You're not in the pod.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so people are noticing the port has changed. That is my fault. From a special eBPF episode we're doing at KubeCon, I did change the port to a privileged port for reasons. So yeah, the 666 looks suspicious, but it's okay.
But she's running. But she's not responding.
HTTPD.
So why wouldn't she be?
Are we still on V1? We should just change it to V2 in case we did anything
I think
weird.
it is V2.
Is it V2? Okay.
Yeah. So is V2? Does V2 still have the old port number, or is it the new one?
They should both be compiled and pushed with 666 as a port.
Okay.
Dumb question.
Yeah, we're on V2 now.
Okay.
If that container doesn't have the port exposed specifically, can you still hit it with service?
Yes, you can. I believe they're just hints.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, the problem right now is this, right? Oops. That's not actually listening to anything.
Well, that should never work.
Is Cilium still down? Because it could be messing with the routing. We probably want to get it, at least try restarting those pods to see if it comes back.
Oh, you were in the container when you ran that curl. Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, that should have worked.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying.
That should
It's
have
like,
worked.
we have a problem in there. So we
Okay,
have
just in case I am the reason this is broken, can you try curl in 8080? Just in case.
Okay.
What?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Maybe I'm the bad actor in this one. Oh, good.
We got
good,
multiple
good.
people going after us. Nope. So 666, it's in there. It's just hanging.
It could be trying to reach Postgres and failing.
Oh, you're not
Right. Yeah, exactly. It still
Right.
could be the network. So
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the emissary and ambassador pods?
You can disregard those. Those are a load balancer or an ingress controller that we're not using. So
Okay. So even though they don't work, it's
all right. Yeah, you're all good.
Resolve conflicts good in there. All right. Adam, you can take over again.
yeah.
So Choco in the comments says, could it be a Cilium network policy? I mean, it definitely could be, but the local host inside a container can't be affected by network policies because it never touches the networking stack. So there's definitely something else. It could be
unless it's trying to get to Postgres.
Yes,
and it's hanging because it can't get to Postgres.
So I do set a timeout on a container of 5 seconds. You should see a GIF come back regardless, which I don't think we were seeing.
Describe that pod.
Oh,
You got 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, let's see why Cilium's not coming up. 0 nodes are available. Insufficient CPU. Okay, more specs. So edit Cilium.
I mean, you can run LS CPU. There's definitely sufficient CPU in these machines. Looking at HTOP is always quite funny.
oh, good lord!
Not a lot. One didn't match the pod's node's affinity /selector. Ooh.
One node did match. Okay. So edit the edit the daemon set or deploy.
Well, you deployed the stateful set cleanly from remote, right? Oh, is this Cilium? Yeah, you're okay.
This is Cilium, not Postgres. This is so they modified Cilium.
A reminder that there are hints from
so
Jake in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, there are hints. Cat.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
We got 10 minutes.
This is all right. Well, let's edit the deploy first, and then we'll look at them if the deploy, because we can see, 0, 2 nodes are available, 1 insufficient CPU.
They have confirmed that Cilium was not modified.
Fix the affinity.
Cilium was not modified. Okay, well.
Thank you, Jake.
Then why is it failing to schedule?
All right.
Oh, well, then that means cube schedule or something like that.
Mike forgot to save the hint files, so you're hintless, but they are in the chat and active if you need hints.
All right.
Okay, no worries. So let's see. Warning failed scheduling. Default scheduler. Is there multiple schedulers running? Like check, just edit the daemon set and check what its scheduler it's set to work with.
But you have a running Cilium on the control plane, right? Are you debugging the worker, not Cilium?
Well, we corded the worker, so it shouldn't be trying to put one over there.
Oh, right? It's a daemon set, so it would still be scheduled even though the worker can't run the pod.
Yeah, so that's probably the worker one. So we're probably okay. So let's figure out why the pod can't talk to Postgres.
Right.
I think network policies is a good thread to pull up.
John,
the Cilium CNPs. Let's see. So I forget what the Cilium ones are.
CNP and CCNP.
Cluster wide.
Oh, look at that.
Adobe.
Now be careful with this delete because there's 2 there.
Yeah, don't delete the default until we at least store it if you delete it.
So I'm assuming
you might want to look at
one
these.
is the one we want to
yeah, we should. Let's look at these.
Yeah, that one's
Egress,
suspicious.
84. And then let's look at the other one.
Yeah, those are naughty.
Same thing. 5432. Yeah, I think we get rid of both of those.
Yep.
Sometimes it's better to check, right?
Yep. Oh, what did I miss?
You got a clustered
You
extra.
got-
Oh, yeah. There we go.
All right, let's check.
And
Probably
CMPs.
Perl local. Oh yeah, CMP.
But you said that CNPs and then large orgs with their policies, man. Like they're really see.
All right, 5 minutes. I feel you're close.
Oh, I have a get and a delete in there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's text.
That says V2. Can we
That's
see it
it?
in the browser?
Well,
Can you open it in the browser for us so we can see the video?
I'm
There's
trying.
nothing listening. There's nothing listening on port 30,000 on the control plane.
Yeah,
So I think there's still
the node port.
Yeah,
I don't-
Can we move it back to the worker? Let's just revert that. I think we're good from.
Oh, but your curl localhost 30,000 worked.
Yeah, the end.
Yeah, it works.
the
We're
end
fixed, but
worked.
we'd like to see it in the browser because the video's fun.
Yeah.
But right, that's the point. There's no external IP for that clustered node port, and it's not listening on port 30,000 on the machine itself, so it's not going to be able to get out to the outside world. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, I can't get to it through a browser.
Yeah, if you so like there is a node port, but if you do, there's nothing there.
Well, this is because Cilium uses eBPF.
Okay.
I don't know. Adobe, confirm whether this is you or accidental. And we'll decide if we spend time. Because I mean, we've got the curl. I can see the V2 asset WebM. I'm kind of happy. I would love to see the dance, of course. But I don't know if this is intended or collateral damage. So
I think this was you, David.
Yeah, it could very much be me. But accidental. All right, then we'll consider this fixed. Well done. Well done. And you had a whole 3 minutes to spare.
Whew. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, nice work.
Yeah. Well, Zapier's a little smaller, so we don't use all those policies.
Yeah, there was a lot to debug there. The resource quotas and the limit ranges were great because those are so esoteric. Well, I mean, resource quotas people probably do use, but limit ranges I've never seen them used in the wild, not for a long time. So. All right, good job. Well, thank you for joining me. Feel free to relax now and join us on the YouTube video and hopefully join us in the chat as we invite Team Adobe to come on and take a look at your cluster. So.
Oh, we're definitely going to be in there trolling them after that one.
So. All right, I'll let you get back to it. I'll see. Thank you very much and good job.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, I'll pop over here just now. Team Adobe, come and join us. I will get the session ready. Alrighty, let's see. We've got Mike, Jacob, Carlos. I'll just give that one more minute. So how's that? You enjoy watching someone else work through your cluster?
Oh, I thought they were going to have it in the first couple minutes for a second.
Oh, yeah. Sadly, it never seems to go that way. But those were some sneaky breaks. And a lot of repetition, network policies, cluster-wide network policies. Yeah. Just making sure your blast radius.
We thought for the validating webhook, we had tested it so they'd have to go to etcd for the admission controller. But I allowed them to just delete it. We must have missed something.
Ah, that happens a lot as well. I wouldn't worry about it. And they only had 3 minutes to spare, so you definitely kept them busy for that.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you for joining us. We're now going to attempt another cluster, but if we could start with some introductions, we'll start with you, Mike. Just work our way around clockwise. Feel free to say hello, share anything you want to share, and then we'll hand you over to a cluster.
Yeah, I'm Mike Tugeron. I'm one of Adobe's engineers on what we call our Ethos platform. It's kind of our bespoke Kubernetes install that runs the vast majority of Adobe's containerized workflows.
Adrian?
Hey guys, I'm Adrian. I'm a cloud software engineer at Adobe, and I'm also working together with Mike and Jacob on the Adobe Kubernetes platform. And I am very happy and hope we will get to clean up the cluster today. Thank you.
Thank you. Carlos?
Hey, I'm Carlos Sanchez. I work at Adobe Experience Manager. We use the clusters, the Kubernetes clusters that these guys build for us, and we break them a lot. So maybe they got some experience from this. And now I'm scared about what's in here for us.
Awesome, thank you. Jacob?
Okay, I think I'm back.
You are back. You want to say hello?
Yeah. Hello. Sorry, I was having some connectivity issues there. But yes, I am Jacob from Adobe. I'm a lead engineer. I've been working with Kubernetes for 5 years now. It's been a wild ride. Have a lot of war stories, so some fun stuff here.
Awesome. Thank you all for sharing. So I am going to pop over to the screen share, give you access to your other cluster, and then I'll give you a minute to get set up. You have to export your kubeconfig, configure any aliases, and you'll be good from there. Awesome. All right. In just a moment, this session to the control plane will be open. From there, you can use active sessions and join. Oh, we have a wee hello as well for you. Look at that. Come and join the session. Let me know that you're there, and best of luck.
All right, this is where I get nervous.
All right, we got one in. Good. I'm going to join myself just in case we have a Vim, which of course we always have Vim. All right, 4 people. Awesome. All right, take it away. Good luck.
All right. Jacob,
Okay.
are you still typing?
Yeah, so first things first, let's go get that script that Zapier team just used, and let's go ahead and, execute that. I thought it was great that they just made that a public gist that I could just go download and run. So, thank you. I really appreciate you giving us our kubectl and our etcdctl and a couple other things there. Then
Nice.
now that that's done, now let's go add our own nvarc. And add a couple of things there and source that. Okay, so now let's see what we got.
There is no such thing as cheating on Klustered, although Team Zapier are trying to claim otherwise.
Wow. There goes the admin.conf.
Use. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the API server. Nothing. Let's go look for a kube. Your Vit manager, we got a controller manager and a scheduler. Okay. Let's see. From here, let's go take a look at the manifests and see what we have. Actually, let's first look at the kubelet and see if that's actually running stuff. Exited. Exec. Okay. Permission denied.
Uh-oh.
Did you swap out the kubelet? I don't know.
I
If
guess
those
it
are wrong.
depends how much you trust the timestamp on a binary on a random Linux machine you've been given, right?
What is today's date? Yeah, okay. The date is correct. Is correct. Yeah, it's the 28th. That looks okay. So problem spawning the kubelet. Let's see. Thoughts here, team? What are you thinking? Where should we go next?
Can you check to see whether or not it's what the permissions on the kubelet are?
Yep.
The
the
kubelet
exact bit
binary?
is not set.
That's right. Yeah. Where's the wee X?
Yes. That one's simple. Let's see what journal is doing now. We might need to restart it. Okay. Kubelet version. Oh, starting stuff.
That looks healthy.
Aggregating node. Okay. Node is not found, so there might be a problem with joining the cluster. Let's go see now if we got an API server running. So scheduler, controller manager. Not seeing, oh, the API server, yeah, okay. Okay, so let's see what happens. Nothing. Wonderful. So let's go look at ports.
Hold on, right there. Do I go back to what you were just looking at?
I
Can you
can't
scroll
scroll
up a little? It looked like there was a port mismatch. An IP mismatch between what IP it was trying to connect to and what the advertised IP was for the API server.
Okay. Should that IP be just something different?
What is the API
Yeah, check
server
the
advertised stuff as?
kubeconfig settings.
Port 5, should that be it, or can we just change it to localhost?
You can, yeah.
Are you sure it's localhost? That'd be fine.
So I show the.
Not sure. It depends. It should match the
Zapier control plane is
certificate
145. Should be 145, 40, 103, 121.
Yep, that's what's set.
Right.
So let's take a look at what the API server is advertising as. I thought I saw a difference between the two.
In the manufacturer scene?
Yeah.
Advertise address, it's the 10.network. Should that be set to the public? I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, please also check the real IP of the master node, just to make sure that is not a misconfiguration here.
So it probably should be advertising to the private IP, or not. So if it's advertising the private IP, the kube config should probably be pointing to the private IP as well.
Okay. Let's see. I'm pulling up some other resources right now. Mike, do you wanna take over and start doing that?
Sure.
I'm looking at something else really quick.
Where am I here? Scrolled on me.
If you're having scrolling issues, you can just drag your window 1 pixel or type reset, and it should help.
Type reset? Okay. All right. I can type Kube API server.
You should be able to just copy that address, which I'm assuming you're doing, into the admin.conf.
Yeah. Nope.
I find it interesting that you're getting the correct error message, but you're also getting something else on the output.
Oh, yeah. So
And even weirder that you used their script to switch out the kube control. So. Well, that's not the one the script downloaded, I don't think.
Where is it?
Espen. Use our local Espen.
What 123 dot what do we remember?
3. That's one.
MB TTL /usr local then which kubectl is our local S bin. Oops. USR local bin kubectl USR local S. There we go. Now we're on a more normal kubectl. So cat app API server API server is not sorry, John. Kubelet. Let's look at what Kubelet's spewing here real quick. Is that there? Right, CTL. Also not used to Cryo yet. I think it's container list. No. CTL list.
Cry control PS, I think.
Yep.
Or pods list, or PS.
Yeah, so the API server still isn't running. So is it like Docker with the -A?
Yeah, let's check the static pods.
Yeah, CD isn't running. Yeah, 351.
Oh, I see something scary in there.
There is.
Anything jump out at anybody real quick off of that? If not,
This the kube replica manager, that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, that sounds fishy. And our etcd config has peer URLs when these are set up as single etcd instances.
So this is one thing. I'm just going to remove this replica sub manager. Who needs that?
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa. Oh, dang it. There's a whole bunch of message. Oh, man. What just happened?
I think someone pasted into the terminal.
I just pasted junk into the terminal. I'm sorry.
Did you look at the replica set manager? What was it?
I did, yes. It is the Rawkode Academy Clustered D. You can scroll up and see it. Just selecting the image for Rawkode Academy Clustered. So, apologies, I just pasted all that. Okay, so let's see. What was this before? See if it clean up any of those files that are just created. Okay. Anyway, those. Dang, actually, this is the manifest folder, so I do need to clean this up. So I think the admin one and the controller manager one are the ones that I just created. Now that looks That looks similar
That
to
looks
what was
good.
pasted just
Yep.
above. That's good. Okay, so let's see.
So etcd isn't starting.
Right.
That was one thing about the containers. So we should probably take a look at the etcd logs.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's see, exited 3 minutes ago. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know what it is. I use iTerm, and when I highlight something, it copies it. It's not doing it. Sorry. Ah, my goodness.
You're sabotaging yourself now.
This is all just for everybody's enjoyment. You're welcome. Okay, removing that. Removing that. Oh my goodness. That's going to trip me up so many times. I just did it again. Okay. Okay, everything's gone there.
So your best bet would just be to go to var log containers or pods, var log pods, and you'll get the logs from there. You can just tail them, or you can use credit control.
Or expected IP for URL. Okay. Is there a config file for etcd somewhere that's not in the manifest folder?
No.
All inside of here?
Yep.
Wait, it's listing 2 peer URLs there. There's only one in etcd.
Well, hopefully.
I'm not sure which one should be the right one.
Where am I looking here? I'm in the wrong place.
You're in the right place.
Up 5 lines.
Mike, do you? I'm totally blanking on seeing this. Okay, so listen peer URLs here.
Yeah, so it's got 2 IPs there where there's only one control plane node. So I don't know what that 133.7.420 is.
Good question.
So let's get rid of that.
Yeah, let's remove that.
And then we got to do this. Client URL should only have one of them as well.
So localhost in this case. No, I'm guessing it's going to be.
I think that
Actually,
that line's okay, to be
We have
honest.
to compare that against what
I
the
think
guys
so. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, that's CD. Not showing it there. We might need to restart the kubelet in order to. No, that would be good. Oh, did somebody else happen to you?
Sorry, I tried to reset my thing and it screwed it up. Sorry.
So let's restart the kubelets to force it to pick up its manifest again. I know there's a timer there, but okay, running 2 seconds ago. Still running. That's good. Okay,
Much better.
Is running, serving traffic. Okay. Let's see. What else? We have API server. Hasn't restarted a bunch of times. 44 seconds ago. Let's see if not that one. Let's see what's in here. Oh, play. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, we have our control plane up. Awesome. Let's see what's running on this. Cilium, operator, Kubernetes, emissary, etcd, the clustered app. Postgres, cool. All that is looking okay. Happens when we hit the app.
Yeah, and now it looks like we should also have the kubectl.
So what's interesting there is Cilium operator, the one that's in crash loop backoff, has a public IP, not a private IP, for one trying to get onto the worker. And so does the Cilium with 203 restarts. So let's take a look at those.
Cilium operator. Oop, not Camel. Part of me just wants to re-kick it and let it come up again. But oh, yep, Kubernetes service host is a public IP address in the spec. So let's look at the one that is running that doesn't have that. See what it's. Oh, dang it! It's the highlighting again.
Copy paste again.
Yeah, seriously. Goodness gracious! Should I even be driving? Okay, so scrolling up here, Kubernetes service host is a public IP address for that pod too. Interesting.
Let's take a look at previous replica sets to see what an older one looks like, and see if they nicely left us the older ones or not.
Oh, oops. No. But do we have?
So Cilium does run as a privileged host namespace, so at least for network, on each node. So I think the public IP, and I could be wrong, I think that's a red herring.
Okay, then let's look at this container and see what's up.
Yeah, so the API server, remember, we have running on the private IP, not the public IP.
Right.
Yeah, let's check the deployment spec. I saw some interesting environment variables in the Cilium operator.
You're thinking?
Yeah, let's edit the deployment. Yeah, or get.
Yeah, you want to drive? Do you want to look through that?
No, go ahead. I just opened it, but I think it's very obvious. There is a variable environment setting the API server to a public IP address, and that might be the culprit here.
Yeah, let's set that back to the private one.
Just do 127?
No, it would be the 10 dot. Do you remember that off the top of your head?
Well, if it's in the public, it is in host network, the Cilium operator.
Right, but it won't be able to get one from the worker node. If it runs on there, it won't be able to get to localhost.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Then let's get services. And I believe this is what it should be looking at, the 1096.01. That's where the Kubernetes API server should be. Actually, Cilium config wise, well, we can try it and see what happens. So let's edit this. Actually, by editing, are we going to cause any problems with the pod that is currently running? Because we have one that is actually both are running right now. Curious. Okay, maybe that's not something we should pursue at this point. Let's actually, I think it's probably, now that we have the API server up, it's probably a good time to go look for errant policies. Let's see, what might those be? Where did a list during the other call?
Delete all.
Okay, so let's get netpoll. See something there. Good. CNPs. The range. Oh, wonderful. How about we just, nuke that? Nobody needs a limit range.
It's called unlimited, though. Surely that's a good one.
Limited. Look at it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys are so wonderful.
I can't believe the name lied
We
to
even
us.
gave you more RAM than that.
Wow, 2 limit ranges and 2 clusters.
No. That.
Webhooks.
Hooks, yeah. None of those. None of those. Resource quotas, net polls. Okay. That's all looking, all the pods are running. So
Yeah, let's check the services objects too in the default namespace. I also saw something interesting, like the port is 667 instead of 666.
imagine that.
Typo. Must have been accidental.
Yes.
Okay. So we know
But
this
let's
should be
first confirm that. Yeah, let's first confirm that our deployment is listening on 666.
Yeah, it should be the same one as.
Normally, but who knows what Zapier team prepared us.
Yeah, it is there. Should we update it?
Let's change this.
Yeah, the server should be 666.
So it's confirmed it is listening on 666 inside of the pod. Okay. So that part should be looking good. Now let's see. Okay, so the last thing we got though was failed to connect to database. So there might be some interesting name or service not known. Okay, well, let's then get our deployment and look at that and see what our DNS config is. I'll edit this so people can scroll with me here. Cluster first, okay.
We might as well change the. We might as well change the image while we're at it.
So change that image. I just want to avoid DNS entirely. Do you remember what the other values are for this? So we don't have to use cluster first, because we can go look at the worker node and see what its DNS policy is set to.
Let me Google it real quick.
Okay,
Just for the record, the Rust application has a hard-coded lookup of Postgres. So it will need cluster DNS.
Okay. So I found a limit in here. We don't need that. We got plenty of resources available. It's the only app on the cluster. So let's see. Anything else interesting?
So if it's in DNS, we could just look at the like what we were messing around with on the worker. Check the kubelets config.
I'll put this back to cluster first.
Yeah, cluster first with hostnet is the other one you were thinking of. Okay. But I don't think we need that.
Yep. .666 in the pod.
Nice. Okay, failed lookup still. So let's go look at core DNS on this host, on these. I might have messed with the core DNS config. Is that a config map here? Yes.
Okay. Or at least usually is.
Okay, so we're seeing health. Is that not an R?
Doesn't look like an R, does it?
No, it doesn't. Let's go play with that. That's a fun little typo.
That's breaking an unofficial clustered rule of no Unicode characters. Naughty, naughty team. Naughty team.
Okay, forwarding to resolve conf is its upstream. I don't know if this Prometheus is necessary in here. It's obviously not on this cluster, but that might just be something default. I don't think it should mess with the filter chain of CoreDNS. So let's do that. And I know that CoreDNS will live reload, but
and we should also check the resolve conf file.
Yes.
That was very polite using a rollout restart.
That is 5 years of a whole lot of other tenants on our cluster.
You could have at least added a wee message just to log why you were restarting it as well.
Yeah, if you don't know, at Adobe Kubernetes, we're ethos team. We are a platform team for all of Adobe. So there are certain things that are baked into how we do things.
I think those are good things to be baked in.
So I'm gonna go. Actually, we can just do this from localhost.
Yeah, we're still getting DNS issues.
Okay, so DNS. It's the wonderful thing that it's going to be broken even when you don't think it's broken. So let's go look at IC resolve conf on this host. Okay, so it's pointing to resolve the current DNS server, a 147.75 address. David, what is DNS supposed to be set to on these hosts?
That is an Equinix IP, so I think you're okay.
147 addresses?
Yes.
Okay,
Let's take a look at varlib. Let's
check
take a look at the varlib.
Yeah, 147.75 is an Equinix IP, which will be which is the region this cluster is in. So you'll be hitting our local DNS server.
Okay, so 147.75 is
at varlib kubelet config.
Look at it.
Yeah, there's some interesting DNS settings on there. That's a good idea.
There should be a config.yaml, I believe.
Cluster DNS 10.96.0.10.
That is correct.
And then what's the service? Is the service set to that?
You're saying the Kate service?
Yeah.
So yes, it is set to that. I confirmed it just above kube system.
Okay. Can we hop over to one of the workers?
Actually, I want to look at that service object. Let me look at that service object really quick, just to make sure that nothing's messed up in there.
I have also opened a session on Zapier Worker 1 if you want to join that session too.
Yeah, while Jake's looking at the other thing, I'll hop over to that and Zapier Worker 1.
Okay, I'm just going to exec into, just to describe what I'm doing, I'm going to exec into the pod and try DNS queries to see what happens.
The cluster DNS in the config is fine, but there is that live reload that could happen with the config file on cluster.
You can do an apt install DNS utils, I think, if you need access to dig.
Because I was actually just going to skip it because curl did it correctly. But what we should do is dig Postgres. What is the?
It doesn't resolve.
Yeah, what is it supposed to be though?
Postgres default.service.cluster.local.
Okay, so
Does it work for Kubernetes?
If you dig against the
I mean, if you
originates
do
itself?
it, yeah, if you jump back into that container and try to get the kubernetes.default.service.local, does that resolve?
is
Clustered.
I never remember what the actual DNS name is, so I'm not positive. Actually,
It's
is the
clustered.local.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I mean, n should mean service.cluster.local, but you should be able to do dig Kubernetes on its own as well. Yeah, so it's not resolving.
I'm wondering if they removed in the core DNS config, if they removed the service pieces.
We got 8 minutes.
It got changed back. What's up with that?
That's interesting.
That's sneaky.
It keeps
Maybe there is
back.
a job or a cron job.
So
Yeah,
That was a bit fast to be a cron job, but maybe.
Okay, none of those, but what we can do is just reconfigure it, create our own config map. Bypass all of that.
Or maybe there is a crondy job running at the OS level.
There definitely could be a cron job on the host itself, but we only have 7 minutes, so I'm just going to copy this really quick. Let's see, I need to be able to create. Okay, then I can. Okay, the core file look okay?
It does.
Did you fix the R?
I need to change the name to something else.
Ooh.
Who's there? Edit the deploy.
Using the IP seems to be working. Maybe just a DNS now.
Where's my volume? Oh, the terminal's getting messed up. Where's the volume from config there? Name. Okay, Gordianus. Let's see what you got.
Hey.
Okay, run.
Yeah, it's working.
Up your limits. Is that what we needed?
I believe so. I'm going to try and hit it anyway. So
Yeah, it looks working.
You got the dance.
Hey.
Is that the right one?
That's awesome. Well done, your team. I don't know what was changing that. I don't know what was changing that config map file. So that was fun.
Well, you never checked for cron jobs on the host, and I guess that could have been one way. It was changing so fast that something. I think it was something in cluster. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. Maybe they'll drop it into the comments.
Not either.
But nice work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they post and send for the.
Cloud
Custodian.
Cloud Custodian. All right.
Very cool. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Those were two pretty mean clusters, but he's both absolutely smashed it. So well done, both teams. That was great work. So
yeah, thank you to Zapier team as well. Well done.
All
Yeah.
right.
Very well done.
Well, thank you for joining me. I'll let you get back to your day. And we're going to draw some winners for t-shirts. You're welcome to hang around if you want, or you can, watch from the YouTube. It's up to you. But we've got, let me get my... Oh, come on, internet. You've been fine all day. There we go. And now my internet is going terribly. All right, let's share my screen. So this is today's competition. We'll draw the 2 winners. Come on, let's go. Kevin and Avinash. So you're both in the Discord. So just send me a DM and we'll get you sorted out with those t-shirts. We've got one more from last week that I forgot because it was a weird, epic 2.5 hour clustered. And I'm never doing a community one again, as much as you may want me to. And last week's winners are Jeff and Jason. Okay, I'm not sure if you are on the Discord, but DM me on Twitter, YouTube comments, however you want. Just get in touch with me, give me your details, and I'll get you the t-shirt. And that's us. Thank you to Team Zapier, and Team Adobe. Thank you to Equinix Metal and Teleport for continuing to sponsor this. And John, you cannot get a t-shirt for suffering on Clustered, but I tell you what, if you join me again, I'll definitely get you a t-shirt. All right, thanks to everyone in the comments. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will see you all for the next episode, which will be just after KubeCon. So we won't have one next week because of DevOps Day Birmingham, and I'll be away at the conference pretending that it's 2019 again. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Adios.
Thank you for watching Rawkode